So you might find in step 3 that you made a little bit of a mess applying that solder paste. One nice thing you can do to clean things up a little bit and hopefully even out the distribution of solder is just add a little bit of flux. You can add quite a bit if you like, just along the castellated edge there, and then just have another go with your soldering iron. Once you melt that flux, the solder should run really nicely around the castellated pad. Okay, so let's move along to step 4 now. What we're going to do is just to invert the PCB and just following down the row of the pads on the opposite side of the castellated edge mounting pads here. I'm just going to walk down there, and by checking the adjacent pads for continuity. There are a couple of pads you'll find which do have continuity. You can find those by looking at the schematic, certainly those first 3. But after that you should find that there's no continuity between the pads. If there are, then just invert the board, maybe add a little bit of flux and just rework the adjacent pads that have shorted. Okay, so I've skipped step 5, but you can see that I've installed the strip socket onto the this LCD display. Let's move right along to step 6. So similar to step 1, these LCD attachment pads, they were masked with solder, so we need to go right ahead and just clean that solder away like we did in step 1. I find yeah, just applying a reasonable amount of solder flux makes this step a whole bunch easier. Okay, and just to finish off step 7, you can see here that I've actually cleaned up the board using isopropyl alcohol on both sides. So it's okay to just immerse the whole board in, say, 10 mils depth of isopropyl alcohol and just give it a good scrub with a plastic brush. So you just need to double check the alignment when you mount the LCD display. You can feel on one end of the display there's like an epoxy sealing bubble, and you want that end to be adjacent to the header plug. So I'm going to go right ahead now and solder the LCD display onto the GP meter.